Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Tanks of Prey. Make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button to my channel and make sure you hit the like buttons to my videos that I've made. Today we're going to have a little fun and we're going to do a little gameplay action and review of the Object 705A. I've had this tank for about a year and a half. I've done 126 battles in it, not as much as I've wanted to, I guess just because I've been working on other things and other tanks, I guess you could say, and other countries' tanks and the tier 10s, so on and so forth. But when I do play this tank, I do love this tank. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I love the way it drives, so on and so forth. Sometimes I guess I wish I could have a little bit more, even though I've added the advanced loader and advanced under my commander, the rapid reload. I guess sometimes I wish I could have a little bit faster reload because I think I have it down to 12 or 13 seconds. I can't remember. We'll take a look at it here in a second. But, you know, again, like I said, I like this tank for what it is. Always have, always will. To me, it's just a go-getter type of tank where you just get in there and grind with the other tanks and just take as much punishment as possible and go from there. You can see it's got hit points of 2,450. You can see the max speed is 38 kilometers, so it is a little bit slower tank than what I thought. But you know what? It does get into the gameplay quickly so. And then again, you can see the vision range is I've gotten that up to 454 meters. You can see I'm going to talk a little bit about my equipment that I've added and some of the consumables. You know, for me, the basics of the basic for me is the consumables. I guess I've never really played around with the enhanced equipment. I've never really talked to anybody about it, if it actually is better than just the normal regular, repair kit or first aid kit or fire extinguisher. I don't know. I've never really tried it, so I'm not sure. But as you can see, I have the basic of the basic, the repair kit, the first aid kit, and the fire extinguisher. And then when we go up to my equipment, this is the equipment that I've added to make this tank better, in my opinion. I mean, everybody else has different opinions as to what they add and what they will add to the tanks to make their tank better. It just depends on how you feel about it and what you want to believe and so on and so forth. And of course, I've added the advanced optics. That's a given. I've also added the advanced loader. I also have reinforced my ammo rack, and we'll talk about that here in a second when we take a look at the tank's armor and where the shells are and so on and so forth. And then it came with the enhanced target info. But you can see that you can also add reinforce the fuel tank, engine protection, the gun stabilizer, the advanced gun laying drive, so the advanced suspension. So you can see that you have a lot of options for this tank. These are just the ones that I've always wanted to go with, and just because I believe, even though, I guess what I'm saying is, and I'll show you here in a second, but the ammo is located in the back of the hull on this tank. And so I guess my big concern and my has always been, if a light tank comes around and swoops around and starts shooting me in the ass, I guess basically I have some protection of him setting me on fire a little bit more. So anyways, uh, let's jump into the commander and what I've added to my commander to help this tank even better. You can see that he's got 4 out of the 9 skill sets. You can see I have the basic learner, the track mechanics, the general mechanics, and then I have again the rapid reload and the situational awareness. And so that's what I've always started off with. I guess I could do a fire extinguisher on here in the safe stowage, and as I continue to play this, I'll work it up more and more and make this tank even better. Again, I just haven't played it as much as I should and have. I don't know why. I just start working on other things. So you can see that it's got a horsepower engine of 1500. The top forward speed, again, we had talked about, is 38 kilometers. The top reverse speed is 12 kilometers. The hull rotation speed is 22 degrees. It's got a 152 millimeter gun. Again, there's the view range, and we had talked about what I added under my equipment and what I added under my commander to get the view range at 454 meters. You can see that the turret rotation speed is 24 degrees. Again, we had talked about the hit points of 2450. You can see that it's got a signal range of 720 meters. It's got a crew of 4. And now on the ammo, on the AP rounds, it can do 650 plus damage. And then on the HE rounds, it can do 840 plus damage. And you can see the reason why I talk about that, and I added the reinforce the ammo rack, is because you can see the ammo's in the back of the turret and then on the left and right hand side. So that's the reason why I went with the reinforce the ammo rack. And you can also see here the armor view of this tank. So you know, I mean, I guess that's what I'm talking about. And just for me, it's a good tank overall. It's not, as you look at like the object set 277, excuse me, you know, that's 2200 hit points. My IS-7 is 2400 hit points. And then of course, you know, my IS-4 is 2500 hit points. So you can see where it stacks up with a couple of my top tier Russian tanks. So I like this tank, again, like I have always talked about. It moves a little bit slower than what I wanted to do. What I did not look at though, and what we were going to talk about I guess too, is if you look my reload time, I've gotten it down to 14 seconds. So I wish it could be a little bit quicker. And that's in the bottom right hand, excuse me, bottom left hand corner. You can see the max elevation on this is 20 degrees. The max depression is 5 degrees. If you look over in the right hand corner, top right hand corner, the soft terrain is 3.1. The medium terrain is 1.8. The firm terrain is 1.3. So, I mean, you can see what this tank will bring. You know, 2400 hit points, you can get in there and mix it up with the E100s and the 705As, the other ones, the IS-7s, the IS-4s, you can get it in. I mean, I like to mix it up, no questions asked. I'm always just like, you know what, it's a heavy tank. You go in there, you know, you do what you have to do. You get in the middle of it, and you let everybody else take the points or whatever. But I would rather have my tank take the damage, and so everybody else can either survive or they can get the points and just do what we can do as a team to win the game. So let's hop into some gameplay action, and I'll show you what I can do with this and what I've done with it. I've had good games in it, I've had bad games in it. You're going to get some good games, you're going to get some bad games. It is what it is. But my whole point is I'm just going to go in there and sometimes just bum rush people and just do what I have to do, and hopefully people will follow me and will take the points. I like El Hoff as a board. I've always enjoyed this board. I always go around the mountain. I don't know why. I never go down the middle. I never go down towards the river. I'm always going around the hill. So we can see what we can do here. You can see I'm second on the board behind the Valor. They got a WZ-111. They got a Chieftain. They got a Grilly. I think I'm going to start off with some AP rounds and show you guys what the AP rounds can do, and we'll go from there. And you can see it does move slow. It's not the fastest tank in the game, but it's not the slowest either. It can and will get into position. And this is what I talk about. I always like to go around this mountain. I always have, always will. I already got spotted. Great. Oh well. You know, and it doesn't look like there's anybody else. Oh, there are a few people coming around, so that's good. And I'm gonna mix it up, and I'm gonna just go toe to toe with people and see what we can do. And because usually there's going to be people hanging out up here. So I got the Valor with me, and then we got the 53 TP. So far so good. If I can make it across here, I will. But that's the whole point. I mean, you can see I'm not a real big fan of the AP rounds just because they don't do a lot of damage. But I guess it just depends on where you're going and where you're shooting. But I mean, that's I'll do one more AP round and then we'll do some HE rounds and I'll show you the difference. And I'm sure everybody knows about this tank. And we'll jump to some HP rounds, or HE rounds, excuse me, and we'll just, so far we're having a decent game. So you can see, I mean, I'm blocking some damage, I'm doing some damage, so, I mean, everybody's kind of bunched up here, but missed that shot. But I was trying too hard. I was trying to go through the rock. I wish some people, I'm not going to move up, you know what, and it's fine, and I don't know, like I said, everybody's just kind of messing around here and just kind of, I'm not a big fan of this stockade right in back of me, but he's kind of messing around. You can see that shot went right through, so, I don't know. I mean, again, like I said, everybody's just kind of bunched up here, and I should just be moving along, and that's fine. I mean, it looks like I'm going to have a good game. It looks like I'm going to survive. So, god damn, people. Sometimes I just wish people would just, you know, I don't know. So, I mean, you can see for me what kind of tank it does and what it, I don't know. I mean, I didn't have the best game in the world, but I did block some damage. I did do some good damage. So, you can see that it turned out pretty good for me. I did almost 3,000 damage. I assisted 108, whatever. I blocked, almost 2,000 damage. So you can see, for me, it was just a good game. I was getting a little frustrated with people just bunching up and just kind of, it's just like, but I also understand, well, first off, you can see I got Fire for Effect, I got Bruiser, and I got Mastery Badge 3. You can see I finished in the top 10. I wish I would have finished a little higher. But again, like I said, that stockade was kind of on my ass. But he was also at the same time letting me take the damage, which is fine. And that's what it's all about sometimes because, let me fire a shot and back up and then let him fire a shot. And, we did what we had to do. And I personally thought it was a good game for what it was. Um, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it wasn't the best game that I had, but again, you can see that I did, close to 3,000 damage. I fired off 8 shots. I only assisted 108. I detected 2, blocked 1,840 damage. So not bad for a game of cat and mouse, so to speak, and just, people helping each other out. And that was great. That was beautiful. We got the job done. I think we only lost, what, maybe 1 or 2 tanks, if I remember correctly. So I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope you do I hope you do subscribe to my channel. I hope you hit the like button on this video. Um, I'm trying to get this channel to grow. I'm trying to put out videos of what I like to do, what I do to add the equipment to the tanks that I have, to my commanders, so on and so forth. I just enjoy this game at times, but at other times there's a bunch of crazy people that just talk a bunch of shit that just pisses me off at times, so I kind of stay away, and I just kind of like want to get away from this game, and just because it's just people just don't understand. They bitch and complain about how you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. But anyways, I just went off on my little tangent, and I'm sorry. I'm done. Again, I hope you do enjoyed this video. I will start to make another video here soon. It'll come out, and again, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the like button to this video. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun doing this video. It was a good game for me. I didn't go out there and actually bum rush people and so on and so forth. So again, you can see everything that I did. So for me, it was a good game, and I'm glad that you and hope you enjoyed this video.